the stream in there anyway.
So it's all good and good?
All good to go.
Alright, hello, and welcome to the first episode of our new D&D campaign, Do Warforged Dream of Electric Sheep. My name is Darren, I'm the Dungeon Master, and our lovely party is...
I'm Amy, and I'll be playing Isadora Tanner, our local bard, or rather not so local, as she's just blown into town and looking to make her fortune.
I'm Ian, I'm playing Risbit Saltfuel. I'm a goblin with a greatsword, so you know, bending the rules.
Ian, turn your Facebook off.
That wasn't my Facebook.
Hi, I'm Axel, and I'm going to be playing Renan Redcastle, the human fighter, who is more elf than human, to be honest.
Stream's up.
Hi, I'm Neil. I'm going to be playing Esme. Esme is a rogue, and she's going to shoot a lot of people. Hopefully no one on the team, but I'm not going to assure anyone of that.
Hello, I'm Laura, and I'm going to be playing Coda, the tiefling fighter, whose whole life is just a series of increasingly bad decisions.
You too.
So, last but definitely not least, I'm Andrew, and I'm playing Tenshu Oero, and I am an Arakocra monk with a heart of gold and a noble spirit, trying to do good but often failing.
That's everyone, correct?
Yes.
Cool, deadly. Alright, so... The party arrive in our lovely capital of the continent, Yuria. To seek work, they saw a flyer, basically in the streets of their local towns, calling heroes and adventurers for work, asking to clear out the sewers, as there's rumors, or, well, not rumors, but there's evidence that a horrible creature has infested there, and they're basically just being paid to clear it out, because the city guard are chickens, essentially. So yeah, the party, you guys, are brought into the kind of a waiting room in the sheriff's, the sheriff's area in the HQ. You're told, you're seated down, you kind of have a look around, you see kind of an odd mix of people in the same room, and you're told the sheriff will be out in several minutes. And it's basically all you guys in the one room.
Have we met each other yet?
I'm going to say no. Like, you all just happened to show up on the one day.
We're just answering like a general call for heroes. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, like, not awkward, but it's like one of those, like, you know, like principal waiting rooms kind of thing. And everyone's kind of awkwardly shoved onto, like, long benches.
Like if there was a PA systems had been invented, there'd be music playing in the background.
Yeah, really just like... yeah, exactly. Real awful, just like, elevator, like... For several minutes pass, nothing seems to happen. You hear kind of a roar, like a voice getting louder and louder. Like, you can't hear what, but it's definitely coming from the sheriff's office. And the door flies open, and an angry halfling woman steps forward, and she's like, I swear by Bahamut's balls, if you don't do something about those kids, I'll tar and feather a lot of them. She storms out, and she turns and looks at a warforged that's been sitting quietly in the corner minding his own business. And she's like, come on, Sebastian. And he's like, all right, okay. He's like, sheriff, who's now standing in the door with a very confused and bewildered look as to why he just got yelled at. He doesn't really know, and he's kind of given up trying to figure out why she keeps yelling at him, but he's like, ugh. And he looks around, and he's like, who are you? And he gestures to the group.
Well, I don't know about the rest of these folks, but I'm here to be a hero.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm answering that call. I need cash.
I need money.
Yes, you have work for us.
I'm the same.
Oh god, yeah, the flyer, the thing with the thing. Oh yeah, come on! And he gestures you into the sewers. I was going to say into the office.
Step into
The
my
room,
office.
it's quite a generic, like, you know, police captains kind of deal. You know, nice big desk. His jacket's thrown over his chair. He's kind of like not wearing armor. He's kind of like shirt's kind of open, and he's just like, ugh. It's been a long day, despite only being 11 in the morning, kind of thing. Kind of wishes it was Friday. And he's like, right, so do you guys know the deal of why you're here? Like, I know you just want money, because everybody wants money, but like, do you know what you're getting into?
We're clearing out the sewers, aren't we?
Yeah, okay, so basically, the story goes, like the report anyway, I wasn't there. A child is playing near a sewer grate that's located on the ground. His play ball of some kind, I don't know, goes near it. When he goes to pick it up, the grating collapses through. He kind of falls in. A few people rush to help him as he do. As they're pulling him out, something grabs his leg, and eyewitness accounts state that it was some kind of deformed creature, blood all over its face, kind of like crunching its teeth, looking out. People were throwing the word zombie around. I'm not sure if it's true, but basically my men won't go in. And to be frank, with all the crap that's going on between the mages and the godforsaken mechanists, like, we don't have the manpower. We're trying to keep the peace because tensions are rising. So you can go. I'll get one of my officers to show you to the nearest entrance, like, because it's all in sections. I believe it's section B that you're being sent to. Essentially, yes.
Was the child saved?
Oh yeah, he's not dead. He's like traumatized, but he's young. He'll walk.
Oh.
Nothing. A bit of a bedside manner won't fix, and some healing potions. But he's fine. Yes, we'll pay you 50 gold for the job in total. That's if you have proof, and this is where the proof comes in. And 15 gold for every zombie head you bring us.
Heads.
Yeah, well, like, I'm assuming there's more than one. You should always assume the worst in these situations. Yeah, he's like kind of pacing around. He's like, right, so is that...
Hello?
Oh, he looks kind of around and he's like, he kind of gestures to a big trunk in the corner and he starts like throwing like a sword over his shoulder and it like sticks in the wall and he's like, ugh, takes out torches and he's like, here. And he slams a few torches onto the table and he's like, it's dark down there. As far as I know, section B goes under a lot of buildings, so there's not a lot of like daylight coming from grates. So, I don't suppose all of you can see in the dark. So, and he kind of eyes up Renan and he's like, you definitely can't. And he like lays out a lot of 4 torches and he's like, this should keep us going. So please don't die because cleanup jobs are a nightmare and the paperwork is awful. And yeah, so my men won't go down there. So when you go into that place, you're on your own. Don't come out till the job's done. If you fail the job, you ain't getting
Where is it?
He points to a map, like a map of the city, and kind of like points to an alleyway, and he's like, "It's here, beside Burke Street." He's like, "If she's by the looks of half he is, he's dark local. I'm assuming you're just here for the money, so I'll have one of my officers, Phil. He'll bring you down." And I was gonna send Phil, but he won't come with for some reason, despite being, a machine. You'd swear that, like, I don't. Apparently, those chaps can feel fear, which is kind of weird. But yeah, he's refusing to go down or some shit. So whatever. Less money for him, I guess, at the end of the day. So, I guess you don't really have a time trial or anything to hand in. Obviously, if you don't report back in within a week, I'll just assume you either died or didn't take up the job, and that's fine. We'll just put up more posters. It's how it works, and we'll just probably pay people more money. So,
Have you sent people down here before?
no, we had to send down an officer to get a lay of the land. He went a little bit into the tunnels. He accidentally set off one of the traps down there. Like, we have traps down there for this kind of thing, just as a precaution more than anything. He managed to set one of them off, got spooked, claims he heard moaning, and refuses to go back down, and like all the threatening in the world couldn't get him down. I'm not going to send him to his death, and I don't need that on my conscience. So we were like, hey, let's hire some mercs, because they don't mind dying for money, it's good payment. So yeah, you don't have the time trial. Report back in by the end of the week at least. Like, try get it done today if you can. Like, section B isn't that big of a place. Like, the rest of the letters, they're huge. B is definitely the smallest by far, so you should have it done by the day if you choose to go now. But stock up. It's pretty dark. It's a dark enough place, and to be fair, just don't die. Again, it's horrible paperwork on my end.
Fair enough. Shall we get to it then?
I suppose so.
All right, the sheriff leads you out, brings you to a desk, and there's a Warforged in city watch uniform, kind of bent over a desk, filling out like piles of paperwork. And he's kind of like, Phil? He's like, he kind of jumps up and he's like, yes. And he's like, you got to bring these guys to Section B's entrance. They're taking the job you refused. And he's like, oh, okay. And he starts to like kind of pack up his stuff and like fumbles over a lot of sheets and some stuff falls over and Harkin's just like, ugh. He's like, it's just leave it, Phil. Just get him to the bloody entrance and you can clean that up later for the love of God. And he walks off. And Phil eventually stands up and kind of like puts out his hand to like shake the nearest person's hand.
I shake
I
that.
take his hand.
You take his hand?
Well, yes,
Put
politely.
that back.
I was like, you shake it or take it as in like really like softly like, hello, Phil.
Rip it off.
Yeah. He's like, okay, good to meet you. I'm Phil. I'm gonna bring you to the. Yeah, okay. Starts rummaging through his drawer and he puts on like an odd-shaped helmet that has goggles attached. And starts like putting a baton into his like belt. And he's like, okay, yeah, no, we should be fine. Follow me.
Okay.
I guess I scoop up those torches before we leave. We might need them.
Yeah.
As Philip leads you outside, he kind of turns to you and he's like, it's quite a task going into the sewers. Do you guys need to go to the shop or anything? Like, are you guys equipped for this? I don't know. Am I meant to equip you? Did he say I'm meant to equip you?
No.
No, nothing like that. But he did tell us that you were the one who went down there. Could you tell us about it?
As you guys are walking, he's like, kind of walking and talking, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I went down there. I brought a torch with me, and my sword, and it was grand. And I got maybe about 20 feet in, and I accidentally hit a tripwire, and it set off one of the blade traps that are used for this kind of thing, a failsafe. And yeah, I heard, that made me fall over. I just managed to get the skin of my teeth. And I heard great loud moaning coming down one of the tunnels, and that was enough for me. Between the stories with the kid and moaning, nope. I got the hell out of there and I came back.
Should you not be equipped with means by which to detect these traps?
Why are the traps in a sewer?
Well, like for this kind of thing, like I'm not sure if you guys are from like a big city, but like despite a sewer, we have like just what we call pit holes, where like the sewer water is just funneled to, and it's like an abyss. You just look down into it and you can't see where it goes. A lot of people kind of like, it's an effective means of getting rid of the water, but like a lot of people did voice concern that we could drill down into something, like start some creature's nest or some. So it's basically just that. Like we'll hear a big boom in the middle of the street, and we're like, something's down in the sewers. Granted, no one's reported anything else, so if there is lots of creepy crawlies down there, they definitely haven't like spread to anywhere else, because there is connectors connecting wall pipelines to all the different sections. So to our knowledge, none of them have been set off, so it's very contained at the minute. But it's just a failsafe, just better to be safe than sorry, because it's not like civilians will be walking around the sewers or anything that's illegal. So like,
But none of these traps have caught any of these creatures you're supposed to be looking for?
to our knowledge, no. Sadly, we've no way of knowing when they've been set off. It's more a case of if someone reports a bang in the streets that come from underground, it's usually assumed it's a trap, and then we will, put in a request, a loud noise is heard, most likely a trap, permission to investigate, sort of thing. But yeah, I ain't going down there. Those things with the teeth, no siree.
How could teeth bite through you?
I'm not all metal. Like I've got wood. Wood's not as strong as metal. Like I don't know. He starts like imitating teeth with his hands.
Oh, alright.
But hey, on the bright side, I don't have to go down. You guys do. So after a few more minutes, about maybe 10 minutes of walking and just kind of general spitballing talk, it's kind of like, oh, so where are you from? That kind of small talk. Brings you to a really long alley that has a big, huge iron gate in front of like just basically a concrete box that's kind of like, a regular room height. And he's like, okay, this is the entrance, and he takes out a key, big, huge, like, kind of like jailer's key ring kind of thing, all the lines, and puts it in here, hear a big click, and you hear a load of locks click. and he pulls this big iron door open, and he's like, "In yous go!" And he kind of gestures with his head.
You're not locking us in here, are you?
It's protocol in these kind of cases that if something is down there, yes, to lock the door. So
So how do we get out?
he's like, that's. He kind of stops and he's like, "That's a great point."
Can you give us
Uh,
your key, and we'll lock ourselves
I
in,
don't.
and then unlock ourselves on the way out? So I'm sure you got spare keys.
I do, but like, Cap will be so mad.
I think if you explain it to Cap, they'll understand.
Well, how did you get out when you were sent down?
I have my keys. Because you see, like if someone's ever sent to investigate, at least one person in the group would have the keys. So like, it's a case of they can just open the door when they climb back up the ladder.
So
We don't have.
why don't we get keys?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That you guys would have keys here, and he kind of takes one off the hook, and he's like, "This is it," and he hands you the key, and he's like, "So when you guys go in, you lock the door after. It's protocol. I can't get in trouble. I'll get fired, and I need this job."
That's understandable.
Don't worry.
We'll keep it extra safe.
That's why we're going down here. We need this job.
And he kind of gestures, and he's like, "Well, if there's like nothing else you want or need, once more into the fray."
Once more.
Let's just go.
Thank you, officer.
He's like, my pleasure, and he tips his hat. Right, so essentially you guys are not shoved, but like, gestured down in, and you close the door, and you lock the door accordingly, and you are, when you climb down, the smell smacks you right in the face. It's, pungent and like really sticks in your nose, and you can hear running water, and it's just awful. It stinks to be fucked. But yeah, you come down into kind of it's basically the same shape as the large box, just a square room with a ladder. You crawl down, you climb down, and there's a long tunnel ahead of you, quite dark near the back of it. You can kind of see a little bit ahead of you, but other than that, it's pitch black.
So I suppose we light a torch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You spark up. Torch is lit. You are kind of about like knee height in water. Like it's not particularly thick or anything, but it's just like unpleasant to be in regardless.
Is it sewer water?
Did everybody bring their wellies?
I don't have shoes. This is particularly disgusting.
Do you want to sit on my shoulders?
Actually, could I ask how tall is the ceiling here?
Yes, the ceiling is about the standard like height is like 7 foot for a room or something like that, isn't it? 8 foot? About that, like your standard house roof height, ceiling height. Sorry. The tunnel ahead of you is a tiny bit smaller, a bit more compact. You can like, how tall is Tenchu?
He is 5 feet.
What, really?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 8 foot or something. Okay, fair.
That tiny bird.
Yeah, small bird. You'd have no issue, but like if you were 6 foot, you'd kind of have to crouch, like kind of just keep your head down a smidge, like that sort of thing. But other than that, it's relatively like fine.
Which one on the board is Tenchu? The big square over there?
Yeah. I probably should.
Okay. Coda stays as far away from him as possible.
Well,
It's unprofessional for the DM to laugh at that. Right, so what do you just want to press on? Do you just want to like say
is this
hello?
the only path we can see?
This is the only path that you can see.
Okay.
Oh, wait, who's this orange
That's me.
individual? That's Rizzy. Okay, who has a torch actually? Because actually, yeah, just sign off who has dark vision, who doesn't,
I have dark vision.
or who needs a torch.
I have dark vision.
I do.
I need a torch, and I'm also not carrying weapons, so I'll carry a torch.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm carrying a
Alright.
great sword, so no torches for me.
Tenchu in the front then.
Oh boy. This is how he dies.
I will stay right behind you, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll stay there too.
All right. When you approach, where is it? There it is. When you start to walk forward with your torch, it starts to illuminate. You see kind of a slightly wider path here. You can hear running water and like scurrying. And after a few seconds, a kind of cluster of little rats, kind of like basically run out and run down this corridor here, quite frantic. Like they're not like aggressive or anything. It's more just like the natives of this place, and they're kind of like running away.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
I don't imagine they're running from nothing.
They're probably running from us.
Could be from going for an evening jog.
Maybe worth taking a look around the corner as opposed to following the rats.
Yeah.
If they're looking
I
for
mean,
things that need to be dealt with, they're probably what's disturbed them sooner
That's a
than
good point.
I'll have a glance
What
around this
be the
corner.
thing that disturbed them?
When you get to about here, you can see scarring along the wall, and this seems to be where Phil set off the trap.
Okay. So this wider section, how far can we see down? Do we see any turn-offs, or is it just a straight
Oh, yeah, sorry.
tunnel?
Yeah, you can see a turn off just here. Like you can see it
Okay.
kind of hooks around the corner.
Can I have a look at where that trap seems to have been?
You can indeed.
Essentially, I'm looking for markers that we will be able to kind of recognize, not like overly easy, but things that will be familiar if we are keeping an eye out for traps going forward. Going to make a roll.
Neil.
Yeah, did I cut off?
No, it just gives an investigation roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
2-6.
Apologies. Is there still sound issues? Like my voice connection on Discord is still green. It hasn't like cut out or anything.
So there was.
Can I just ask out of character, who's investigating the trap?
Esme.
Esme.
Esme, okay.
Just to get a sense of picking up going.
There was one issue with voice, but that was my Discord froze.
Ah, okay.
And Roger says there's a bit of an echo.
Cool. So, see what we can do.
Ooh, the first roll of the night / campaign. That's a 5.
Well,
From
we're
watching
starting
how
as we mean to go on.
it started from the bottom and we still here. Yeah, there's no like, what's the word? Distinguishing here. Distinguishing features for the trap. It's just a string in some water, and it's quite hard to deduce where it goes or what's the working mechanisms. But there's a part of a broken string that connects to another mechanism, and there's a big blade dented in the wall and some scratches. It looks like it's to cleave, like a kind of an average height person in half, that sort of thing.
Thank you. I suppose we should scurry forth.
Maybe not scurry, maybe we should check for more traps.
Yes, we should proceed, but cautiously. This wider tunnel appears to be a more major thoroughfare. I think it's as good a route as any to take.
I still can't believe they have traps in a sewer in the first place. That's ridiculous.
It does keep criminals somewhere where we can see them. I don't really want people living down here away from, justice and whatever.
But if the doors are kept locked, then how would they get down here in the first place?
Key isn't the only way to get in and out of a door.
They are criminals, after all. So, progressing slowly, keeping an eye out for strings and pressure plates and the like, I gradually make my way up to the next corner and have a glance around that.
Whoop, that's the wrong one. What you see before you is kind of a slightly, again, like a wider tunnel, and when you kind of like peer around the corner and hold the torch to get a look, a large thing kind of scurries and looks around and sees you, but it's quite big. And two eyes pierce at you, and it kind of like frantically charges towards you. And before you is a giant rat.
Baby!
Roll initiative, because he wants to bite you in the face.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
At least you got it out.
Oh my god.
At least you guys are getting them out of the way on initiative. That's fine.
Okay, sweet. So let me just write this. Like, I can't see Tenchu not slapping this thing around, but still.
Yay! Look who airs me.
Okay, cool. Andrew, it's your go.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'll draw this thing in so it's just easier for everyone.
It's like, what are we attacking?
The
I
darkness.
know it's invisible.
Ocha.
How big is this rat?
It's considered a giant rat, but then again, it is a small beast, so it's giant in terms of rats, but it's like kind of like a dog.
Like
Yeah.
a Frisbee
It's
size?
the same size as Risbit. Yeah.
I could
That's what I'm
ride
saying.
it.
No,
This is your noble steed.
So for my turn, I'm going to sort of strafe around the rat, and I'm going to try and punch it and see what happens. So here we go.
Oh,
Oh yes! You hit. Oddly enough, the giant rat doesn't have an AC higher than 26.
Now, unfortunately, my damage dice is a D4, so this is 8 damage.
Fantastic! You kill us.
Yay!
You you kind of skirt around it and drive it forward, slap. The shock freaks the rat out, and it kind of keels over and starts to somewhat float in the
Heart
water
attack.
before you. You touched its butt and it died.
No one shake his hand.
So yeah, the rat before you has been slain. Congratulations, the first kill.
And the first 20.
Yeah, actually, ooh. Tenchu is a kill-hogging bully.
I want to just stare at Tenchu and just. What did you do?
I punched it.
you beat it straight up.
So, where do you want to go progress from here, guys?
Well, I guess we'll continue walking. Do we get a description of this area? Sorry, or did you just? I think we immediately jumped.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, we jumped in. It's just a slightly wider passage. Like you can kind of see small pipes jutting from the wall, and a stream of murky green horrible water with a terrible odor drips into the water that you're standing in. There's a grate above you, but again, no light is coming from it. You can't hear many sounds. It's quite quiet, quite silent. But yeah, it's like you'd hazard a guess. It's kind of like related to a building of some kind, not necessarily the toilet or anything, but like a grate or a building that needs ventilation of some kind at least.
So this object here, that's a pipe jutting out into the corridor.
Reveal that. Yeah, reveal it. It's more like this. It's more like it kind of goes thin again. It's kind of more back into the traditional, like, circular sewer pipe kind of leading thing.
Yeah.
Yo, who the blue square though? Oh, that's Esme. Esme, Dex save, please.
How you
Oh dear.
What if she's the one who dies?
Do we riot?
No.
No, Amy's already got that t-shirt. Sorry.
Yeah, I already called dibs.
That's true.
He takes everything from you. Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna kill her. Oh,
That's unfortunate.
no.
Okay,
I can't
so
wait to play Clark. Hate you. Darren.
sorry, I typed roll instead of roll. Oh, you only take 1 damage. Your foot goes down, and you hear a click, and some spikes just go out of the wall, and one managed to just slap you in the arm, doing 1 damage. Quite a high velocity though. Like, you know, it's kind of like a pop and then like there's just a load of spikes embedded in the wall beside you, and you just happen to only take a smidge of damage.
Just get licky.
Yeah. Somewhere in the distant office, someone's heard the explosion, and it's just a case of Phil's just like, I hope they're not dead.
At least he's not.
For a city whose sewer system is described as a large pit in the middle of the road, they have remarkable trap engineers.
What if
Best
they
thing to do.
keeping
Well, it is a city of engineers, so.
Apparently none of them are sanitation engineers.
Please tell me to keep things out and not keep something in.
Well, we've been explicitly told it's to keep something in, unfortunately.
So, do you, given Ezume's minor setback, do you guys wish to press on?
We should.
Yeah.
Right, miss.
And I just, oh, I'm fine. I've been shot before. I mean, who hasn't?
Not me.
Okay, so what do we see?
You see again another long corridor. As you kind of begin to walk down the corridor, the sound of like heavy rushing water starts to really pick up. You like it doesn't take like it's not that like you need a keen ear, but it's coming more from this direction.
Who's eating their microphone?
I do have keen senses.
What does that do?
It just gives me proficiency with perception.
Deadly balls.
Okay.
Yep. Do you guys progress down the hall? Yeah,
Yes,
I'm assuming.
I mean,
Cool. Yeah. Nothing out of the. Oh,
I would pretty much bet on the fact that seeing as we just passed a trap, they're probably spaced out, so you could move up.
yeah, exactly. Like it's not a gauntlet; it's a sewer. Like what do you assume?
So this appears to be a junction of some kind, so I'd like to look down both corridors or tunnels.
Before you is quite a long tunnel on your left, if you're walking in the direction you are. Again, the sound of rushing water can really be heard from down here, and it kind of like looks like the current drags it that way. Seems like the current is like the water seems to be kind of like going into this room, if you know what I mean. And then south of your position is just a long corridor, and you can see it ends in. It definitely ends to an open room of some kind. Again, pitch blackness, you can't see anything, but there's definitely a room at the end of it.
Whichever way we
Okay.
go, please go with caution this time.
Well, moving towards running water doesn't seem like a good idea.
Perhaps what we're looking for is in there.
Yeah, I was going to suggest looking in there.
Although, if the current picks up
Brace yourself
dramatically, we
again.
may not be able to get out of there once we go in.
That is my concern.
Is it a heavy current?
Not at the moment.
But getting closer may or may not result in good times.
Forge ahead then?
For now, at least.
Let's only do as much as is worth the pay they're giving us.
Abbott is not service to your city, pay in of itself.
I'm not sure anything is worth the smell of this.
This isn't my city.
Right, as you approach the room, you notice directly in front of you is a hell of a lot of rubble. A hell of a lot of rubble. Beneath this rubble is about a corpse. The water seems to be slightly thinner here. Like it kind of goes down to maybe about halfway up your shin. You can see half a chap is buried underneath the rubble. The other half of him, while not under rubble, a lot of it has been devoured by the looks of it. Like, a lot of his chunks of his head are missing. Just some of his hand is missing. Beside him is a very large crate, like a big old transport crate, like enough for one person to carry, but it's still big. On the side of it is a sigil or like a branding of a jet black mask with just the eye holes missing. Like you assume it's a mask face thing with the eye holes missing.
Can I roll history to see if I recognize that?
Can I also roll history to see if I recognize that?
I know I recognize that.
You know what? Everyone roll history, and I'll go switch a light on.
Everybody.
Yay, lights in the sewer.
Must be a joke.
Oh, Kobe. Oh,
Oh,
we're not. Oh,
we
everyone.
don't know Dick.
I have a +5 to history.
I know this. Like,
What's going on with the fucking rolls?
I can't believe the people who have no modifiers have gotten the highest.
We just have a gut feeling is all.
no.
Koda is just too terrified to do anything right now.
Wait, did Tenchu just roll there?
Yeah.
I like to think he was doing it as of like, I'll do the thing because I want to fit in. From the general, like, I guess, like, conversation around what this is between everyone, a combination of everybody's roles, you would know that this is the mark of a smuggling group called the Dead Mask. Very little is known about them. They're kind of shrouded in mystery. It's more a case of like you'd hear reports or read about them in the newspaper. It's like, oh my god, they stumped police yet again. Like, 1 minute they're there, then they're not. That sort of thing. Like, you know, entire warehouse of illegal goods cleared out in an hour. That sort of thing. You'd know, like, it's not a case of anyone who deals with them goes missing or anything by any accounts. They're not like the boogeymen in that sort of sense, but it's a case of like they're just really, really well known and well renowned criminals, essentially, like smugglers. You know at least that they deal in smuggling, and if you want something in and out of somewhere, you try to get in contact with them. Chances are you won't get in contact with them because they probably won't want to deal with you, but you ever want to move something you shouldn't, you talk to them.
Does
So much for
creation
keeping
of
criminals
salvage-
out of the sewers.
Hold on, Andrew first.
I was,
What was it about the crate?
I was just wondering, does it look salvageable or is it
The
like
crate, from what
waterlogged?
you can, it's sitting in the water. You can't kind of hazard a guess at how long, but other than that, it looks relatively unscathed. Amy,
Oh no, all Isidore said was so much for keeping criminals out of the sewers.
that's a fair observation. But yeah, as far as you can tell, the box is in pretty solid condition, apart from possibly being wet for a very long time.
Could I try and open it? Or is it
You
locked?
may, yeah. It's locked, so you'll probably have to, like, you know, a crowbar or some kind of like thing to jimmy it open. But there doesn't seem to be any like.
Could I pick
lock
up
on.
like a rock from this pile of rubble? And
I
just, like,
offer you my crowbar.
I was about, yeah, I was about to say you could bash it in with the rock, but you'd be there for a while. But yeah, you'd need like a crowbar to jimmy it open.
Just
Okay.
pick it up and fuck it at the wall.
I take the kindly offered crowbar.
You should get us a roll there, buddy.
Just what kind of a roll?
Strength? The jimmy? Yeah, strength.
Boy.
Oh no.
What, monks have high strength, don't they?
No Dex.
No high
Oh,
dex.
Dex.
Who is our strength?
Hi.
Hi.
That's
A +1 isn't the worst, to be fair, but it starts to kind of like slowly but surely. Like, it takes you a while. It's a case of like you think it's going to be easier, and like when you pull down it, your like body kind of goes up, and you're kind of like looking at the group like, yeah. And I slam it down, and it like half opens, and when it half opens, you see a sigil, like a glyph, glow underneath.
Oh shit.
And then pop, and then the content seems to burst into flames. And before you was a burning box with flames flickering out of the side from where you like jimmied it open.
You probably should have
Hey, it's
left
not
that
worth angering whoever owns this. Can we please move on?
We can't just leave a burning box in the middle of the sewers.
I think we can.
It's wet
I
down
think
here.
he's in
Water on it.
deep water.
I don't want to put my hands in that.
I'm not touching it.
I start kicking water into it.
Okay, after, it doesn't seem to do much. Like, it seems to be just like a roaring fire. Then again, the box itself doesn't seem to be catching catching fire. It seems to be just the inside of the box is just in an inferno. And the more you kick fire, the more you kick water onto it, you're putting gasoline on the box, you fool. The more you slap water on it, doesn't need to do much. And then after like about a minute of burning, of you kind of like, it's like throwing water on it, the fire just kind of extinguishes, just kind of goes pop. And from gazing into it, you can just see the inside is just ash.
Is the sigil still there?
The sigil is still there.
I'm gonna roll Arcana. Let's see if I can find out what it is. 12.
It was a case. It was just more a flame trap, engineered that like when broken, you'd imagine it's like you have to say a certain phrase before you open it, or just loud enough near the box so it like disarms itself. But it's kind of a failsafe, commonly used by like thieves to guard their property. It's a case of if I can't have it, no one can have it. And also it's a case of, oh, a shipment's missing. Oh, a shipment's burnt out. Okay, someone was prying that they shouldn't have. Let's investigate and ask the people who were moving the shipment, did you guys touch the box? You know, it's kind of like one of those things.
Fair enough. Perhaps we leave it where it is then.
We should let them know it's down here.
We're not down here to deal with this.
I'm not saying now, I'm just saying later.
We should take note of it. It might be
Right.
important.
There's nothing stopping us from like helping everyone we can.
None of it's gonna land us in this shit though.
We're already knee-high in shit.
I was about to
Choice
say.
of words. Fair.
It doesn't have to land us in shit. We just tell them where to find it, not that we want anything to do with it.
Well, now we know, and we can do it if we find the opportunity.
Right.
Is there anything else of note in this room?
From what you can tell, no. There's just a load of rubble. There is a small plaque just on this corner here that essentially carries the information that this is a connecting tunnel. If you remember, Phil mentioned that some of the tunnels are connected just through passageways. Just makes it easier rather than climbing up, topside, running across the city, down. Just makes cleaning them or checking them easier. This seems to be one of them, and it is currently covered with a landslide, or like it seems to have like caved in of some kind at least.
Does it say which district it goes to?
No, it does not. There is no indication. It just has this is section B, and half the sign has been destroyed by rubble. So you can kind of hazard a guess that it goes either to C or A. That's most likely the only option, that sort of thing. But you can't really tell from the information here.
Did the rubble fall from above or from the side, or can we see anything? Does it like go to the ceiling, or is there a bit of a gap?
It goes up to the ceiling, yes.
Okay.
But like from your current position and the rubble, you can't see if there's marks on the left or side of the wall or above. But like it kind of like goes up, the rubble begins to travel towards the top of the ceiling,
Okay.
top of the room.
Shall we
Shall
go
we
on?
press on then?
Sounds good to me.
Yes. Like he said, we're already knee deep in shit. Let's move on.
All right, cool. You guys press on. When you approach this corridor, you hear a loud groaning,
Oh, right.
but not like a as in like.
Arg.
Yeah, exactly.
Burn.
So, what would you like to do?
Can we see what's down there?
No, your torch illuminates down the hall, and there seems to be nothing of impeding doom in front of you.
Don't suppose any of you are priests or holy men or anything.
I am kind of.
You don't look it.
No, I don't.
No offense.
I'm a holy person of my people.
Anything with smiting and all that.
Well, I haven't learned that yet. I have a book I can
Well-
read about it, but I haven't learned it yet.
Hold on, let's not jump to assumptions. Let's go and see what it is. It might be someone in trouble.
It doesn't sound like someone in trouble.
Have you ever heard
Someone who was in trouble a long time ago and is now rather deceased.
That's a very tall assumption to be making.
That's not fairness. We were warned about zombies.
There was something down here.
We were warned and we were also told to go kill them, and we can't kill them from here, so let's go down the corridor.
Good
Lead the way.
idea. Let's have a look into this first branch.
Before you is a nice, thick, kind of wide room. Again, a lot of pipes leading into the room. But what also sticks out for you is the fact that there's quite, again, another large mound of thing turns around and it sees you, eyes piercing in the dark, lets out a screech and charges at you.
Ah,
Initiative yet again, friends.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck me.
Hold on.
Oh,
uh-oh.
Gonna roll in a second. One better than last time.
You're improving.
One at a time. 20 more rolls and I'll be at 20. It's okay.
we're setting a precedent here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright guys, let me just make a note of this.
Can you draw it on the board, by the way?
Is it another giant rat? Can we see it?
Yeah, I'll draw on the board in 2 seconds.
Thank you.
Kind of started up there, kind of saw you and hissed, and comes a running for a nice big green square thing. I believe that's Tenchu.
It is indeed.
Cool, right. He's gonna bite you.
Ah,
Roll the highest. Uh, 10 versus AC.
that does not hit.
Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, kind of lunges at you, misses, fumbles it up, the water getting in his way, the poor chap. But it is now on to Isadora's go.
All right. I take out my tambourine and I start playing, and I cast Ray of Frost.
Ooh.
Does 13 hit?
I believe it does, yes.
Hooray! Oh.
That's cool.
If it makes any difference, its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yeah, if it kills Tenchu, it'll come in handy. Esme, it is your go. Oh, unless is that your?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Esme, it's your go.
Thank you. I can. Can I move over to here?
You can indeed. Yeah, it's so preoccupied with Tenchu, it doesn't really notice you sidestep.
Q.
And I should have got blasted in the eye.
Take out my short bow and then fire from cover. If that is all acceptable and
Is it to get sneak attack? Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, cool.
That's all right. Well, move it. So essentially, it's move to the other corner, step out again to fire, and then just lay back in. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Woo. There's 20.
Oh yeah, you hit. Sorry, I minimized that. I was like, okay. Yes.
Go. And 9 for the damage.
Oh, nice. You suck him right in the eye. Squeals, drops down. He is dead.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good job. That was very impressive.
Thank you. I curtsy.
Yeah, from the darkness, there's just a thumbs up.
We don't have to get our hands dirty.
Hey, that's 16.
What? Well, then it doesn't work. What the fuck?
We actually can't hear you. He has no ears.
Well, yeah, I miss anyway.
Okay, I can't believe Esme, it's your go.
Honestly.
As Milo boy.
Is he still in chat? Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, keep the flow going, and we're going to move past Neil, and it's Tenchu's go. If Neil returns, then it will be Neil, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it is Tenchu's go now.
Tenchu gives a flap of his wings and does a flying kick over Esme to try and attack the zombie.
Ooh, cool. Awesome.
So, rolling to hit. 15.
15 does hit.
Sweet. So, that is a total of 7 damage, and I would like a bonus action to make an unarmed attack. Which
walk away.
I take the attack action. So, that's 7.
7 damage, so it's a
So it's a 7 to...
That's a crit.
It's 7 damage and then 7 to hit on the bonus.
Oh,
attack.
sorry. Okay, that's cool. That's a shame, but yeah, no, we'll say you're a bit groggy from flying across. The fist connect, or the kick connects, and you see his jaw disconnect and teeth fly by. It is moved. Oh, is Neil here?
I'm here, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, okay, cool. It's your go. Esme's go.
Sorry about
Tenchu
that.
drove it a kick to the jaw, and he's currently on the other side of it.
I will just attempt to straight up, like... I'll drop my bow into the water, pull out a rapier, and try and stab it.
That's cool.
10. I'm
10 hits.
good. That's not bad.
8 damage is great. Nice, well done. Okay, yeah. You're stabbing it, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when you cut into it, bits of it fall off. Like it's very, very decayed. Combined with the water, it's awful to look at. And with that, it is on to Coda's go.
I'm just gonna shout out. What is that?
What are those?
I'm just gonna. Can I see it? Can I see where I am? I'm kind of at the back there.
You could see. Yeah, no, yeah, you can see. You can see there's a commotion, but you can see like between Esme's flourishing attacks, you can see a zombie present.
Okay, I'm gonna put up my crossbow, and just while I'm about to fire, I'm just gonna shout. I'm sorry if this hits you. I'm sorry. Please duck. Please duck. I crit fail. 8.
Who this though? Who is this?
Oh, that's Renan, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? What are you doing to me?
Am I hitting him? I have a character.
Please don't shoot me.
Yeah, an arrow, a bolt flies directly into Renan's shoulder.
I'm so sorry.
dealing
I'm so sorry.
damage.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
What the hell, man? I thought we were cool.
I was trying. I'm not very good at this. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad I pushed the talk on because I just belted out a laugh.
Well, Lady Nyla, you can take note of the fact that I have now been shot.
And again, I'm so sorry.
15 does hit.
Sweet. So that is a total of 7 damage, and I would like a bonus action to make an unarmed attack. Which
walk away.
I take the attack action. So that's 7.
7 damage, so it's
So it's a 7 to...
That's a crit.
It's 7 damage and then 7 to hit on the bonus.
Oh,
attack.
sorry. Okay, that's cool. That's a shame, but yeah, no, we'll say you're a bit groggy from flying across. The fist connect, or the kick connects, and you see his jaw disconnect and teeth fly by. It is moved. Oh, is Neil here?
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, okay, cool. It's your go. Esme's go.
Sorry about
Tenchu
that,
flew over, drove it a kick to the jaw, and he's currently on the other side of it.
I will just attempt to straight up, like, I'll drop my bow into the water, pull out a rapier, and try and stab it.
That's cool.
10. I'm
10 hits.
good. That's not bad.
8 damage is great. Nice, well done. Okay, yeah. You're stabbing it, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when you cut into it, bits of it fall off. Like it's very, very decayed. Combined with the water, it's awful to look at. And with that, it is on to Coda's go.
I'm just gonna shout, what is that?
What are those?
I'm just gonna, can I see it? Can I see where I am? I'm kind of at the back there.
You could see. Yeah, no, yeah, you can see. You can see there's a commotion, but you can see like between Esme's like flourishing attacks, you can see a zombie present.
Okay, I'm gonna put up my crossbow, and just while I'm about to fire, I'm just gonna shout, I'm sorry if this hit you. I'm sorry. Please duck. Please duck. I crit failed. 8.
Who this though? Who is this?
Oh, that's Renan, isn't it?
Yep.
What? What are you doing to me?
Am I hitting him out of character?
Please don't shoot me.
Yeah, an arrow, a bolt flies directly into Renan's shoulder.
I'm so sorry.
dealing
I'm so sorry.
damage.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
What the hell?
sorry.
I thought we were cool.
I was trying. I'm not very good at this. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad I pushed the talk on because I just belted out a laugh.
Well, Lady Nilo, you can take note of the fact that I have now been shot.
And again, I'm so sorry for that.
We'll deal with this later.
And it is now Renan's go. Or Ranan, sorry.
No, you got it right the first time. You spat.
You muppet.
You fucking tosser. Is there room for me to get in between Esme and this thing that we're fighting?
Yes. Although I've drawn it poorly, yeah, I'd envision that you could have a person basically like a plus sign. Yeah, you could get it.
Machete to the face. That's a 9.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Zombies have 8 armor class.
Right, well, I'm swinging with 2 hands.
Wait, does that mean I hit with my crit fail? Because I got an 8.
No, you hit me in the back.
Oh, no.
Okay, hold on.
8 damage directly to the neck.
Okay, technically, yes, you would have hit it if you rolled anything above a 2, but I love the concept of if you roll on that 1 to just punish people because it's hilarious and you get good results.
That's fine.
Well, not punish, it's a terrible choice of words.
So
but
wait,
you know
Coda actually hit the zombie and he still...
No, Coda
No,
hit me.
no. Coda aimed, but since it was a nat 1, it backfired. Okay, so you bring the machete down, cleaving it through the shoulder, and pushing through, and like basically half of its left arm and shoulder just kind of like fall into the water, kind of like lets out this weird twisted groan and falls backwards.
It thought it could take us on. It was dead wrong.
And it does not get back up.
Good job, team.
For all intents and purposes, it is not moving. It has been slain.
Someone set it on fire.
We need its head.
Oh, I don't want to cut it off. Someone else do it.
You have a machete, do you? May I borrow it?
Yeah.
I'll clean it, don't worry.
Okay.
Just don't let me anywhere near
Also
it.
pick up my short bow so that I do not lose my short.
Solid plan, a solid plan.
Did I take 3 points of damage from that fucking...
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Also, Laura, remember how we joked that like if you fired your gun for your first
But that
ever
was
roll?
crossbow. That was crossbow.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. I'm saying if it was your gun, like your gun would have malfunctioned.
I know that, but I'd like to really sheepishly approach Fernan. Just like going redder than I already am. Just kind of, I'm really bad at this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We got up on the wrong foot. Please. I'm. I was
There's
just
no
turn
wonder
around.
you consider the back.
A word of advice for next time: aim away from me.
I genuinely, I really did. I just, I'm very bad at this.
I believe she's put off by the bird.
The bird is quite off-putting. Yeah,
What's wrong with the bird?
I don't like them.
Are you afraid of
I'm,
birds?
I'm standing right here.
No offense, of course, meant to you. He's just gonna turn and walk away. He's gonna, just.
Don't
off.
walk away in the sewers.
No, back behind,
Okay.
where we know there's nothing.
With all due respect here, you were a little hypocritical to be talking about strange creatures, I think.
Aye, none of that.
Casual racism aside. Can we hear anything else? Muttering and groaning in the darkness.
Apart from water dripping into water, nope. It's all quiet.
Okay.
They stick her head around the corner and see if there's anything worth seeing.
Sure.
Lady Nyla, you're quite alright carrying that head, are you?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Good.
I do wipe off the the machete on it definitely has some.
Here, about here, is kind of like bits of flesh and meat. Like, just from glancing at it, you kind of put the colors together, and it seems like it's bits of meat that fell off the zombie.
Okay.
That's nice.
There seems to be like bits of just kind of everything, like rags and such, all around it.
I'm just out of character. I can't move my icon for some reason.
Do a select box over the icon, and then you'll be able to move it.
Somebody make a sin bin for the icons again.
So moving past the pile of rags and flesh, is there anything in this like last area that we haven't seen?
No, it just seems to loop around.
Can
Okay.
I investigate the pile of rags and flesh?
Yes, you can. By all means, roll an old investigation, buddy.
Just having a look to see if there's anything that might indicate, why this dead man was standing up and not being dead about the place.
Say that again, Neil. Sorry, I'm not sure if it was my internet or your internet, but I cut out. I couldn't hear anything for a second.
I was just checking to see if there's any indication of like what may have caused this to happen to the man.
Oh, okay. Yes. From that you gather, like, just necromancy? A question mark? Like, it's a zombie, it's in a sewer, unless there's... Your two conclusions are either evil wizard or a big parent zombie, making slightly smaller ones.
Mama zombie.
Oh,
Okay.
no, sorry, you continue.
No, there's nothing to be found. We should probably continue on.
Rough question, are you investigating the corpse itself or the rag pile?
The rag pile.
When you approach it, it's not particularly hidden. It's just sitting in a mound of flesh is a small wooden box.
I opened the box.
When you pick it up, as you're picking it up, you hear rattling inside it, and you kind of flip it open with your thumb. It's about the size of an iPhone, that kind of size, like that sort of like length and width, but kind of like, you know, it's deep enough to hold like, I don't know, like something like a cigar box, that kind of thing. When you pick it up, it rattles, and when you flick it up, there's nothing in it.
Put it back. It's not even the rose gold edition.
Something I'd say there's probably something like a secret compartment in here somewhere. A strange thing to find on a dead man. Maybe I'll just keep it on me for the moment and I'll wait till we're in less auspicious surroundings and then we'll have another look. I make no bit, like, I'm not making a thing of I'm hiding it from people, it's just like I'm just going to keep it on my person.
Yeah, you're not going to sit down in the water and try examine it here. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you pocket the little wooden box. Yeah, that's all that's in this room. With torch and all, that's all you can see.
I guess we should head back to the junction
where
where the current was picking up.
I
Is
suppose
anyone any
so.
thoughts on how we avoid being swept away? Chances are it drops into a fall of some kind. You were told about these pits, so, you know, let's avoid going into the pits.
If I may offer a suggestion, a pit may not pose as much of an issue to me as I could just fly back out, so I could go and scout it ahead and return and let you know what it's like.
If you're alright with that.
We'll at least go.
Well, I won't be going very far ahead.
We'll at least go back to the junction with you.
Oh yeah, like, we need to go that way anyway.
Yeah, we can scope out the room before we go in.
Alright, onwards then.
Alright, you just make it back to the junction with no issue, no new zombies or rats coming at you. So, Andrew, what specifically are you trying to do?
I'm going to very cautiously move towards this opening, stopping just shy of the actual turn itself, so I can gauge how rapidly the water is flowing just there.
From looking in, you can see there seems to be a drop-off point here. Up to about maybe just here, it's fine, and as you get closer to it, it gets quite like just shooting down into a black pit. It's not like a whirlpool by any means. Like you just gauging at it, you can't see it pulling you under or anything. But it's a case of if you lost your footing by getting too close to the edge, that would most likely prove an issue. But it's not
Okay.
going to pull you in by any means.
I know I asked this already, but could I just confirm how tall the ceiling is here? Like, would there be enough room for me to like hover in that room?
Yes, in this large room, it goes up a little bit more. It's about maybe 14 feet
Okay.
in height from the ground up.
So, with that in mind, I would like to just stand in the doorway so I can see the whole room and kind of have my wings braced so I can like take off if I slip.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, it's quite a large opening. Like it's a pretty big room, and there's just a gigantic pit in the middle. The water is quite murky and green and just ugh. But just even by that alone, you can kind of see that it's been hand carved out. It's like it doesn't need to be a natural hole, if that makes it's man-made. Dotted around the room are a hell of a lot of pipes with sewage just pouring into them. But other than that, there's not. From what you can tell, there's nothing here anyway.
Okay. I lean back out into the corridor and shout to the party and let them know what I see.
All right, yeah, you relay basically everything I said to you to the party. The party are now up to date.
Was there anything worth investigating in there?
Well, there's this pit where the water seems to go, and had a zombie ventured in here, I would imagine they would have been swept away. So, if there is a large number of them and they shamble about, this is probably the nexus point of where they all ended up.
But they can't get out of there, can they?
I don't think so, although I don't know if the tunnels below could loop back around to this level.
Or was there another way to go?
One of the small one. He's doing something.
What?
We need the head of that zombie we killed if we want more money.
We have it. It's all right.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I just hold it up and give him a thumbs up. You got it.
As Lisbeth finishes speaking, the ground shakes, like not like earthquakey, but it kind of rumbles. You kind of feel it in your feet, despite it being in water. You see the water tremor, and a huge like horn is just heard. Like you hear it like muffled. It's coming from above. It's quite muffled, but you can still hear it pretty clear. Kind of like, you know, just one big long tone, and then it stops.
Can I roll history to see if I know what that horn signifies?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, did you say it came from above us?
Yes. Ground level, like
Okay.
out of the
Natural
city.
20. And I lived in this city.
You would know that that is a warning shout for dragons.
Oh my god.
There's something happening up there. Maybe it's safer down here, actually. No, never mind. Let's just stay down here.
What? No, tell us.
Well, it's been a while since I was in Yuria, but I believe that is the dragon horn. The horn when there's dragons coming.
I have not heard that, and I live here.
Oh, it's a good thing we're down here then, isn't it?
Given that you got a nat 20, you would know that there's usually like a formula. Like you'd hear one horn and you'd hear a muffled one far off in the distance, because essentially the most plotted out dragon points are way closer to the forest line. So there's basically a colossal fortress called the Deep Fort that would warn if they spot them. That's their job, is to basically warn. They have a horn that's basically built into the side of the mountain, and you'd hear it from being in Yuria. So like not hearing that is quite odd. Like you would kind of hear a muffled horn and then your one to relay it. So hearing only one is probably a red flag to you.
We are underground.
Yeah, is it
What
not
about the
possible
other
that
horn? There should be another horn.
Also, I was just clearing away the other part of that map because it was annoying. It's not a reveal or anything.
Follow the rats. Already.
Yeah, I think we should double back and explore everything on this level before we go jumping down pits.
Is there any... there's something up there. What's the point in hunting rats and sewers? We're not going to get paid for it. No one has to pay us on the surface. Everyone's dead.
While that's an appropriate response, I feel like we should probably focus on not fighting dragons, because we would die.
Would I know just out of character, like, there's a pretty good defense mechanism for dragons, or is this quite an unprecedented thing?
It could.
Yeah, no, you'd know that like Yuria's walls are lined with like the giant warforged that like basically man bows to pierce. Like they're pure construction. Like they don't speak English. Like warforged can speak binary, like you know in the computer sense, and they're like bread and butter of what they know is they see a dragon, they shoot it. Like they've got pinpoint accuracy. So as long as it's a dragon and not like some ancient demon from the underworld, chances of it like meeting you guys probably slim. Like you'd know that. You trust the warforged. That's why they were built. Like their job is solely to shoot down a dragon before it gets to the walls.
Well, the lack of a second horn is strange. I suppose we're safe down here as anywhere.
Well, then can we hurry up and get it done then? I want to go up and see.
It's your funeral.
We all have funerals if it's a dragon.
Not if we stay down here and live on rats. No, never mind. That doesn't sound very pleasant.
Right, shall we go and follow these rats then?
Yes.
Come on, Tenchu, let's go.
With all due respect, it won't be rats we're dining of.
You're not eating me.
We've got perfectly good turkey flying around here.
My mind didn't even go to the bird. I instantly thought, wow, they're going to eat Risbit? Damn.
Yeah, that's what mine went to as well.
I didn't even think of the bird.
I went to Coda as well. I thought you meant me.
Tag yourself.
I mean,
Tag yourself.
all
I'm
meat's good
Armenian.
meat, as long as it's not undead meat.
Well, Tenchu is going to die first.
And we'll eat the bird.
He is burdened with glorious purpose.
He's burdened.
God. Jesus.
I approve of this message.
No.
Too early
Okay.
in the campaign for puns, please.
Never
Listen,
too
you
early for
signed,
puns,
you
mate.
signed up for a campaign with Andrew. You knew what you were getting into.
True. I live for the puns, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Essentially, when you come into the next room, it's gonna
Oh,
go. Oh God. Oh. You come into quite a large room. Again, it's more just a to manage water flow. You know, you can't have like super thin tunnels constantly. In this corner here is another large mound creature beast thing. When it turns around, again, two piercing eyes in the dark look at you. A little shine behind it in the water. But it lets out a roar but doesn't instantly go at you.
Darren, can you repeat that?
This is another Radic again.
It is indeed.
Hello, friend.
So it's just like standing there.
Yeah, it seems to be like standing at a thing. Like there's a shiny thing in the water. It's quite small, but it's really shiny. And it seems to like kind of be like backing up towards it and like growling at you and hissing and like rah.
Can I go towards it with my hands out?
Yeah, as you slowly start to walk toward it, it starts like chomping at the air.
bad plan, bad plan.
I hope you don't like those hands.
Hello.
Could
Can I have that shiny thing?
What are you doing?
I try the same
It's alright.
and do an animal handling check?
We're not going to hurt you.
Oh
It's
dear.
going to hurt you, though. Self-preservation. Think. Think.
Okay, you're gonna need an animal check there, Axel.
Me. Oh, lovely. It's a solid 10 there, Dad's bite.
Sure, like now, you sure you a bit slow to the mark, but you wouldn't be doing it. He's gonna snap at you.
No, making me roll animal handling out of that.
He doesn't hit you, but like he just snaps right before your fingers. Like if you were a couple of centimeters forward, like your fingers definitely would no longer be attached to your hand.
Can I kick him?
Unarmed basic attack. I can't remember what it is. I think it's a
It's
flat
just a
flat strength. Yeah.
So. 20.
Roll to hit by.
20!
Nice.
Am I proficient with my feet?
No, not in water. Not in water. You are in water. Yeah, you hit. So roll for damage.
Do I add my strength mod to this?
You just do one
That
plus.
one-
It's just
Does what?
It only does 1 plus strength. Unarmed damage. It's only a dice when you're a monk, as far as I know.
oh, okay. 1 plus strength then. I'll take your word.
Plus my strength mod.
Yeah.
That's 3 points of damage there, Daz.
Sounds. It's fucking. That's a fair chunk of damage, to be fair. For this little fucker. Yeah, you kick him right in the head. He kind of juts back and lets out a roar, and he's going to attack you.
I didn't have to do that, but you forced my hand, you little brat.
You have a sword.
Technically, he bumped your foot.
At 16.
No.
Okay, he bites down and you dodge, or it just doesn't connect. However you prefer to feel. But yeah, is anyone else going to join in, or is it just the two of these back and forth?
I'm gonna try and step in.
I want to go.
All right, cool. He's pretty low health, so I'm just going to stay for order. It's Axel, Rat, Ian called it first, then I believe it was Amy.
It was me.
Go next.
Coda.
Okay.
Coda, I
So,
swear.
sorry. I apologize.
All 11 gods.
Yeah. So it is now Ian's go.
Cool.
Just cause despite it being a fight, this chap has very right to be left, so there's no point in doing all
I'm not
the
going to last.
Oh god, okay, he's dead.
To everyone's belief, he hit.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Dude, that's surprising. Oh
Oh.
my god.
that's actually
That was so unnecessary.
So essentially, what plays out is like Renan kicks, and you're like, and the rat bites back, misses. Like Risbit just like walks forward, like greatsword on his shoulder, and just, and the rat just explodes.
Don't even get on us.
Risbit and Renan are covered in rat guts, and the walls. The shiny is a very large gold coin. A huge gold coin, like kind of like a medallion almost. And it's into it has been etched an evil symbol. And I will draw this symbol here so you can see it, because you might necessarily not know it due to characters. Cool, so oh Jesus. Okay, on the left side of the board near the entrance is where I'll draw it.
okay.
Wait, which one is left again?
Where we came in.
Okay.
That's awful. That is just awful. Holy shit. Let me just try to freehand this. Good lord.
Animation.
Okay.
So that is the symbol that has been etched into this coin.
It's an unknown.
D-Man,
Yes.
do I recognize this?
You would have seen it about, yeah, like giving your meddling with the not the nicest side of life. Yeah, you'd roll. Well, you know it's a religious icon, like a religious thing. So you would have to roll religion. So I'll give you advantage on it because you would have seen it around before, maybe in passing. So it would have been like, oh man, it's this. So
I vaguely remember being told about this. I'll give it a shot again.
all right, you know this as the sign of Torog, the king that crawled.
That's why I know this. There's nothing to do with this campaign. It's the fact that I know.
Well, it's a case of like, given your dealings with like the not nice side of life, it would have at least popped up like once or twice in life.
I mentioned that to the party. He's like, yeah, God of tortures and
Torture and imprisonment.
I thought we were coming down here to fight zombies. Now we're dealing with smugglers and gods of torture.
but we're not dealing with dragons, so right side?
Fair point. Fair point.
It seems just likely that all of life's waste flushes down here.
Very poetic.
Is that a dab at us?
Excuse me, is there something moving in your tunic? There.
It's Pumpernickel, my rat. Don't mind her.
Oh, no wonder you tried to make friends.
They're not bad creatures. They're just scared of us.
Disease. Ugh.
So what do the party do individually?
Probably
Carry on.
Yes, keep moving. That seems wise.
Lead on, bud boy.
For a bird man. Or bird
Bird
person,
man?
actually.
Bird person. My apologies.
Bird individual.
Bird individual. You can be the chicken and I'll be the bread. And we'll make a nice meal together.
Jesus Christ.
It's very forward of you.
Sorry? Oh, I didn't mean anything by that. I'm sorry.
Sure you didn't.
He's not my type.
It has been
Along
season for Tenshu.
Oh good God.
Oh my god.
He puts his arms on like Renan's shoulders and he's like, "It's been difficult for everyone." Along this corner here, is again a broken tripwire and scarring along the walls.
Another trap.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So you walk down at that hall. Let me illuminate it for you.
Well, this
Again-
corridor up ahead looks quite large.
It does.
I will go peek around the corner.
Seeing you peek, light the torch before you are 4 zombies. They see you and they're like, "Ugh," and one of them steps forward and you hear a click and just like just eruption from both sides. Basically, hold on, let me get the ruler. Like bada bing and bada boom, like just like shred. And one zombie at the back that was kind of like the fuck slowly turns around and kind of like, "Ugh." And what was his 4 other friends in the center have just been decimated. Like there's just blood and guts everywhere. Like they've just been tore apart.
By blades.
Large spikes.
Oh, have they retracted?
They have not. But there is one full-blooded zombie looking right at Tenchu, kind of
Are there any
and
heads?
slowly shambling over.
Yeah, like how retrievable are the heads?
Two of them are. Two of them are kind of like have got like spikes stuck in them, but like they're pretty like it's a head, yo. But the others are just mush.
That's okay. So 2 salvageable heads plus 1 living zombie, which we can bring up the head.
So whereabouts is the living zombie?
He is here.
Okay.
Are
I guess
you
I run up
initiative?
and punch him.
Oh,
All right, before you do that, we're gonna break.